Hello Musici, let's continue our journey with Riepel. So, the other time we stopped here and now we have to talk about this. In other words, when we can cut a bar after a cadence. So, only a single measure, as I've mentioned, is usually cut out at a cadence, or rather it is cut out after the cadence is already closed. Just imagine that the following is an aria for which I have left out the second violin, viola, and bass for the sake of brevity. So now we have the violino primo and canto solo, so the canto, the melody. And let's see what's happening. We have an asterisk. Instead of this word tutti, we will use the word forte more often. Okay, so forte means tutti. Here there is tutti, but then there will be forte, which means middle tutti. Okay, let's see what's happening. So let's play this section with our keyboard. We have two voices to face with. So, okay, there we go. Violin. One, two, three, and then the canto solo. Parallel thirds. Do, la, sol, la, di, ta, do, re, 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 ti. Fa, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, mi. Then forte, do, mi, re, do, fa, mi. So, fa, mi, la, sol, la, sol, fa, la, sol, mi, fa, with the final hemiola. La, sol, fa, la, sol, mi, fa, that way. Okay, now, let's see what's happening. Let's analyze this. Pa, pom, pam, pa, which is a two-sum and so foursome. Clear foursome. The pattern is mi, re, fa, mi, the pastorella. Then re, mi, fa, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So another foursome. Okay. Then another foursome. Re, do, fa, mi. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mi, sol, do, fa, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, do, fa, la, 1, 2, 3. Okay, after this we have 8 bars. There is a sequence, our primer actually, la, sol, fa, mi. And here the point arrives. Because, why? Okay. Because we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 with the cadence. Sol, sol, fa, sol, mi, re, do, fa, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, mi, re, do. And now, as the cadence has already closed, the new section, it's not starting after this way, but it's overlapping. So let's say that the following foursome, it's overlapping, as you can see, the previous foursome. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the point. This area would be good for dwarfs, for it has everything pretty tightly packed together. Yes. That is beside the point. I know a good many composers who do not know how to be brief. Here it was done only to show you how the 16th measure, or the final note of the canto solo, is suppressed by the forte or middle tutti. This point with the sign. I see it and have seen it also in all the opera arias that my lord has at home, but the forte could surely begin one measure later in order not to distort the structure of the vocal line. this way. So he's saying that we can even start the forte in the next bar. Mi, fa, and the preceptor says, that would turn out exactly as if a poor man in the street first played it on his fiddle, then sang it. Okay, we would rather bury this disturbed structure with one or another old cricket singer. If it's not enough, then the vocal part could avenge the forte and begin to scream in its last measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if it is not enough, then the vocal part could avenge the forte and begin to scream in its last measure. So now it's the opposite. We have the violin with the tutti. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is starting, is the new foursome overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then going on this way. So this way. No, that does not work either, because the voice is much too weak for it. One would not hear it. So it knows better than you that it must be distinct from the forte or tutti in order to be able to begin clearly. So it's saying that this effect of overlapping works when it's the instrumental part to join the tutti, because is more forte than the single voice, the canto, the melody. If this cannot then be properly done at the end of the first forte, perhaps it could sometimes happen somewhere in the middle and we have this example, here. In aria, this sort of things that is in the middle is seen very rarely, in concertos more often. Okay, let's see here what's happening. We have the melody. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and here the new foursome is starting. So basically this point is the prolongation of this point. So we are starting from here. Okay. La, mi, re, do. Then another foursome is starting here, overlapping, because 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, overlapping. Okay, good. Now there were something I wanted to say. For example, okay, that we can do this at the same time, instead of repeating that, it can be even nice if the other voices. So, for example, from Bach, I should expect that we have polyphony, and the melody finishes there, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and other instruments prepare the new entry. Fa, I play from the beginning. Fa, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, mi, re, do, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, pom, pam, pa, pam. So I should expect another voice, for example, another violin in dialogue, the second violin, which is omitted here. Sol, do, la, sol, fa, mi, do, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Closing something, so this way, la, sol, fa, mi, re, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Ending this way. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and then, or better, let's write it in the correct position, which is in the other voice, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and the new part joining. So I do not agree at all with the vision of the poor man by Riepel. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, an octave down. We can even do this way, la sol fa mi re do. Okay, then let's see. I least trust myself to try in a very lively or fast-paced area. For each one of us must come to understand for himself what, when, where, how, why, and often, and how often. In the meantime, I still do not know whether one is permitted also to cut out single measures in concertos. I least trust myself to try it in a very lively or fast-paced area, so an area which proceeds very fast. For each one of us must come to understand for himself what, when, where, how, why, and how often. Each one of us must come to understand for himself what, when, where, how, why, and how often. In the meantime, I still do not know whether one is permitted also to cut out single measures in concertos, etc., in the manner described here. Can you have any doubt of it? I have already heard with my own ears 1,000 times that one should at all possible times makes every effort to imitate with... Wait, let's read it again. I have already heard with my own ears 1,000 times that one should at all possible times make every effort to imitate with instrument, insofar as nature allows it. Certainly not every infantryman songs, but rather all well-composed and aria-like song or vocal music, and even to improve upon them. For even if good instrumental music, it is said, were five times more advanced, for even if good instrumental music, it is said, were 5 times more advanced than vocal music, it must unfortunately nevertheless remain in general a couple of degrees behind. It must unfortunately, so even if good instrumental music, it is said, were 5 times more advanced than vocal music, it must unfortunately nevertheless remain in general a couple of degrees behind. So he's saying that vocal music is ahead. Now I know it. Some time ago there was in Urbstad a splendid musical performance in which beautiful violin, flute and oboe concertos by foreign masters were heard. At the end I had to sing a cantata composed by my lord. I assure you that it pleased the listener, most of whom were learned noble connoisseurs, far more than all the concertos. My lord was, for that reason, equally acknowledged as a world-famous composer. My greatest joy since then would be to compose for the church. Good. So, yes, he's saying that vocal music is far ahead than instrumental music. That would be mine too, but your useless prattle is holding me up. Imagine that the next few measures are a solo for the violino principale in the middle of a concerto. I want to see whether you have well understood the process of cutting out. So the process of cutting out. Okay, this is something long which is about to start, and so this will be the topic of the next video. Okay, so in the next video let's continue with this new part, the process of cutting out. To make mistakes is human. To learn from them and persist, that's the way of a musicus practicus. Whether your musical goal may be, there is a secret formula to reach it. And no, it's not a magic trick, it's something much more concrete. Perseverance in good things. If you study every day, if you learn even just one small thing every day, you're moving forward, always. And one day, after a month, 6 months, a year, 10 years, you look back and realize you have become a different musician, step by step, without even noticing it. That's the spirit of a musicus practicus. That's why every day on Patreon I share new content to help you learn something new every day, support you on your path of study, inspire you with fresh ideas and new musical perspectives. One day we talk about musical rhetoric, another day I post an exclusive video on improvisation, and another day an article on Renaissance counterpoint, and so on. Don't miss this opportunity. The choices you make today will shape the musicians you'll become tomorrow. Join the Musicus Practicus community, join us on Patreon, and with a small monthly contribution you'll also be supporting this great global educational project. Go to the link, choose the contribution you want to give, and start learning every single day. To make mistakes is human. To learn from them and improve every day, that's the way of Musici Practici.